Good afternoon, Ospreys. You're watching Nest News, live from the Student Union. I'm Max McBride.
And I'm Laura Filipov. Coming up on today's show, UNF Senate declines proposed club funding limit,
Rallies for Palestine,
the Boathouse reopening,
Halloween-themed events on campus,
and a sports update. Stay tuned and enjoy the show. Last Friday, Student Government Senate denied the proposal to set a limit on funding requests from UNF student clubs. Before the vote, Treasurer Michael Barkle and Attorney General Anthony Balsamo gave a short presentation to senators about why they made the proposal. There was one main theme: to give an equal opportunity to all RSOs. There are over 193 registered student clubs this fall, according to their presentation. It'd be great to fund every club, Balsamo said, but SG is running out of money and running out of money fast. SG allocates a certain amount of money into an account specifically for special funding requests, which before this meeting was at approximately $46,000, according to a presentation from Budget and Allocations Committee Chair Jonah Vasquez. Earlier in the meeting, the Senate approved the Swoop Troops request for approximately $23,000, and they also approved the club volleyball's request for approximately $6,000 in a unanimous 3-0 vote. With those requests approved, the special request account sits at approximately $17,000, according to Chair Vasquez's presentation. That account will be available for the entire fall and spring semesters until the end of the fiscal year. If the special request account is completely empty, the Senate can still allocate money from its fund balance, senators explained during the meeting. Beyond monetary concerns, many senators were concerned about supporting RSOs in the future once SB 266 guidance is finalized. SB 266 is a new law that limits what kinds of and how much money Florida universities can put toward DEI initiatives and programs. There is the potential for RSOs to pick up some of those DEI office roles, according to Senate President pro tempore Alex Mendoza Hernandez. He expressed his concern to the body about how this limit could impact RSOs down the road. However, not all members were convinced. Senator Alden Klein said that the proposed limit wasn't truly a limit on student clubs. Senator Klein proposed an amendment to the bill that would require 3/4 approval from the Senate to approve funding requests over $7,000. This amendment was denied. Ultimately, the vote on this proposal was incredibly close, but the proposed revision to Title VIII was denied.
Supporters of Palestine have participated in marches and rallies across the U.S. this week, and Jacksonville was no exception. Well over 100 people gathered on the corner of Brightman Boulevard and Town Center Parkway by the Publix Saturday afternoon. Jacksonville residents and activists chanted with passion, and many passing cars honked their horns and waved their hands out windows in apparent support. Holding megaphones, homemade signs, banners, and Palestine's flag, they chanted until their voices ran hoarse, and then chanted some more. Activists led calls for the U.S. government to end its support of Israel and the violence overseas. 2 days after Hamas attacked Israel, the leaders of the U.S., France, Germany, Italy, and the U.K. released a joint statement that expressed their steadfast and united support of Israel. Similar messages of support have come from institutions across the country.
Students at the University of North Florida gathered en masse Wednesday for the long-awaited reopening of the Boathouse. On top of a slew of decorative changes, the recent Boathouse renovations include new booths, high tops, and other seating arrangements, a full-size bar carrying beer and seltzers for students and faculty of legal drinking age, an updated menu, and TVs placed throughout the restaurant. There's also a lounge in the back of the restaurant that has window-side seating and 2 pool tables. However, the outdoor deck remains under renovation. Students came and enjoyed the space indeed. Dozens piled into the restaurant for the grand opening and were greeted by a live DJ and Ozzy the Osprey. The recent reopening coincided with plans for further events because, according to Grosso, many clubs, organizations, and athletic programs on campus hope to take advantage of the area in the near future. One such plan is for the Boathouse to be used as a space to watch Osprey sports during away games. Grosso hinted at possible athletics buy one get one deals to support the university's away games, but said nothing is set in stone yet. The current operating hours for the Boathouse during the fall 2023 semester are Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Here are some upcoming Halloween-themed events held at UNF. Next Wednesday, October 25th, Reckwell is hosting Spookpocalypse, a Halloween run/walk at Eco Adventures at 7 p.m. Everyone is encouraged to wear their spookiest costume. And the next day, Thursday, October 26th, Osprey Productions is hosting Spookathon at 8 p.m., where they'll be showing 2 spooky movies. It will be at the Coxwell Amphitheater, right next to the Student Union, and admission, as well as food, is free with your Osprey One card.
And now over to Angel for your sports update.
What's up, Ospreys? Here's a recap of last week's sports. October 6th, softball played against FSCJ and won 6-0. Later that night, volleyball played against Kennesaw State here at the UNF Arena and won 3-0 in a clean sweep by the Ospreys. Also, a huge shout out to Rocio Moro for breaking the ASUN Conference all-time digs record. October 7th, men's soccer played against the Lipscomb Bisons and lost 2-1. The Ospreys were the first team in the conference to hold the Lipscomb Bisons to less than 3 goals. Women's volleyball played later that night against Queens, North Carolina, and won in another clean sweep. October 8th, women's soccer played against Kennesaw State and tied in a 1-1 draw. Thursday, October 12th, women's soccer team played against North Alabama and lost 1-0. Friday, October 13th, the softball team played against FSCJ twice and won 6-4 in the first game and won 8-3 in the second. Volleyball also played against Eastern Kentucky, winning 3-1. This week of sports was mostly far away, but nonetheless, let's get into it. Saturday, October 14th, the women's swimming team had a meet here against Georgia Southern, winning 149-113. Women's volleyball also played later that night against the Bellarmine Knights and lost 2-3. At the same time, the men's soccer team played against the Bellarmine Knights at Bellarmine, losing 2-1. Sunday, October 15th, the women's soccer team played against the Central Arkansas Bears, losing 2-1 with a heartbreaking goal scored in the last 2 minutes of the game by the Bears. This weekend is set to be a pretty busy weekend of sports for the Ospreys. Tonight at 6 p.m., the softball team plays against the College of Central Florida. Tonight at 7, the women's volleyball team plays against North Alabama at North Alabama. Tomorrow at noon, the women's soccer team fights in the River City Rumble against JU at JU. Baseball plays home at 1:30 p.m. playing against Charleston Southern. Men's soccer also plays Saturday night at 7 here at Hodges Stadium. At 1 p.m. on Sunday, softball plays against UCF at home, and volleyball plays away at Central Arkansas at 2 p.m. That's all I have for you, Ospreys. See you next week for your sports update.
Are you new to campus or want some new insight into what's provided here at UNF? Check out Spinnaker's 2023 Freshman Zine. And here, you'll find all sorts of tips on sports here at UNF, parking, and how to join a club, and other resources here on campus. Pick up any one of these in any blue box around campus.
And now to Rachel for your weather update.
Hello, Ospreys. My name is Rachel Backus, reporting live on your local weather. Today's weather is sunny with a high of 81 and a low of 59. These heat spikes and cool dips will continue throughout the week, with Saturday having a high of 80 with a low of 63, and Sunday having a high of 84 with a low of 57. These high and low temps will continue throughout the week, with low mids 60s and highs of 81. This week will be mostly cloudy, but will roll off with some sun near the end of next week. That's all of the weather updates I have for you today, Ospreys, so make sure to get out and enjoy the Florida sun. Back to you.
That's just about all we have for you today, Ospreys.
Remember, consider donating to Sports Spinnaker through the link in the description below.
For all things Spinnaker, check out our website at unfspinnaker.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on our Instagram at UNFSpinnaker and check out the rest of our YouTube for more content.
As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Laura Filipov.
And I'm Max McBride, and we'll see you next week on Spinnaker's Nest News.